Guys, what's up? It's me, Pinnacle Gaming here, back with another video of part 2.
This is part 2 to the other thing. We were gonna go play Verdun, and then Greg left.
And also,
So,
I don't know where the thing is, so have at ya. I don't know where the disc is. Yeah, I don't know where the disc is.
but yeah, I'll continue with the story of HOS, or how me and Pinnacle met, or just our story together. So we have a bunch of the lower level recruits from 81st and FAF, and they all tend to come to my unit because that's who I tended to hang around or at least help out a little more. And of these recruits was people you'll probably see around here like Emo Ranger, Stay Heartless, not Lucky at this point. You won't see Sparkly around here anymore. Who else was there? Pinnacle, obviously. I thought of someone else, but like now I can't think of them.
Have you gotten to the end of HOS chapter, or no? Because at the end of that, because then I started my 38.
But anyways, Heartless and Pinnacle gain their ranks really fast as we start to go up.
And we also became basically freaking brothers. We hanged out a lot even after.
Yeah, I'm not sure you guys are on the greatest of terms now, though, right?
Oh no,
we're
freaking we're patching it up.
That.
And
That's
also,
good.
guys,
I was sad to hear that you guys were kind of at ends after the 38.
He was very inactive, and honestly, he turned into a little bit of a jerk. But we're patching.
He kind of did. I can get that. But anyways, they end up getting to the rank of, I believe, I forgot what rank you got to.
Second. I got to.
But they were
rank.
junior NCOs.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
I had begun training them as NCOs. And Pinnacle's only in Milsim for a month this time. But I noticed Pinnacle isn't the best at leading.
Dumb. You could just say I'm freaking dumb.
I think Pinnacle is good
dumb.
at leading, but Pinnacle's not good at like managing and stuff.
Okay, yeah, yeah. My sense of time is horrible.
I'll teach you in this next year before I have to go off to Europe. Oh my god, I like totally forgot what I was saying. But
hate it when that happens.
Anyways, the unit starts to go downhill. At this time, Shady had, after the fall of FAF, I had split off and started the unit, but so had Shady. And when Mateo decided not to go with us, he ended up deciding to go with Shady's unit. They went by a lot of different names. I think they were American. They went American, German, into some other unit, and then they finally became Canadian before, I think just someone in like op organization or whatever called them out on it and said, like, you're not able to change your name like literally 4 times in a month. Stick to it, and then they had to stick to RCR. But we were very much at ends with Shady's unit. It was kind of like a mini Cold War, where
oh my god, I'm about to get.
No one was really friends between our units except like Mateo and Greg were friends with each other.
Yeah,
which definitely put a strain on things. But otherwise, it was mostly the recruits versus the veterans, and both.
Don't forget about one.
Both me and Shady being very inexperienced leaders. We
also
both gained bad reputations, me more than most.
You're forgetting something. Oh my god.
No, I'm not yet.
No, you're still forgetting something.
Forgetting what?
How I got in how I basically became the best recruiter.
I'll get to that. But me and Shady's unit were both in a Cold War, and we both very much did not like each other. I believe Shady tried multiple times to get me expelled from the community, which ended up working in the end. But...
And then the unit was disbanded.
We haven't gotten to that yet. But we were very much at ends, and so it very much strained my relationship with Mateo, when he decided to go to Shady's unit, and like about halfway through HOS's lifespan, when I would say specifically things started to take a downturn, was at when Loki Raptor, my second in command at the time, the only other person in my entire unit who had leadership experience of some sort, ended up, after a comment I had made about possibly going to an actual war with Shady, he had decided to leave for Shady's unit.
Wait, actually?
Do you not remember this, Pinnacle?
No,
this was like literally the worst day of HOS.
No, I don't remember. You should know by now I have a horrible freaking memory. You should know this.
But, anyways, after this, I ended up having to make Greg Ellis, this literal 11-year-old, this fat tub of lard and spite, my second in command of a unit of about, I think, like, yeah, probably at this point, like, 15 people. We would pull like 8 people an op for HOS, and I would be the only one, and I would have to manage it all. Which I will say this, I had more strain on myself than anyone else in the entirety of Milsim at that point.
Probably.
It was quite literally, stay heartless.
Hey,
it was quite literally like the worst thing ever, and I'm glad I was forced to take a break.
I'm streaming, so be careful.
Yeah, Heartless Pinnacle streaming, and we're just like talking about old stuff in HOS.
Well, the thing is, I'm listening and relearning.
But anyways, at this time, along with having a base group of mostly newer recruits, Pinnacle was also out here like literally every single day, like recruiting people from public lobbies.
I still am too.
Yeah, and he still is.
It's a very hard thing to do nowadays. It's very sad.
And so we just had a lot of new recruits, a lot of people to train, and this helped push Pinnacle and Heartless a little higher up in my circle, which led to them, becoming junior NCOs. Pinnacle especially, since Pinnacle was the one doing most of the recruiting. Heartless wanted to kind of take a back seat and not lead as much, while Pinnacle was fairly excited at the opportunity to lead a few people. And I very much needed someone leading other than Greg, because Greg also had no NCO experience. It was such a nepotism hire, because Greg should not have been second in command. Greg should be dead last in the chain of command of any self-respecting unit. But he was second in ours.
Frickin' peekaboo.
Ooh. And
caught myself.
The stuff starts to take a downturn. There was a scandal where a lot of evidence about actions of myself, a very, very small base of it was true, but it got so unbelievably twisted and like malformed that it was just straight up lying at points.
Very freaking.
But I ended up getting blacklisted from the community, and that was pretty much the end of HOS. I tried to continue it on sometime like after I had gotten blacklisted, but Pinnacle, can you get an explosion back on that tank?
Oh, I already freaking did.
Alright, yeah, I'm throwing one at him. Oh,
I'm using one. I'm using one of
but
their rifles.
we could do a little more than IHOs. I tried to reach out to BMC, which was an older team. Hell, I tried to reach out to Gabe Willis. That was the first time me and him had ever talked. Well, not really talked. I sent a message to him. He didn't respond.
Yeah.
But the only time we could have possibly had an interaction other than when I was in 1CPB back in like 2021. But
God, this was a while ago. Yeah.
But during this time, this was, I believe, around October 2022, so not like long ago, almost a year ago.
So apparently around my birthday.
But oh my god, I'm like totally losing my train of thought. This is so much to remember. But
it is. Don't worry.
Anyway, in this time, I had taken a break. I had kept in contact with Greg, not so much the other members, as I'd kind of. Yeah, I don't think we talked much, Pinnacle.
No, we did not. I kind of also shunned you.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't for like the thing that happened though, right?
No.
It was for another reason.
No, it's mostly because of that reason.
Really?
Yeah, cause I didn't know, like, no one
yeah,
really...
it sounds awful. I mean, I wouldn't blame you.
No, cause you also have to think, people really don't like to keep me in the loop of things. So...
Yeah. I know Lucky, like, literally, I think Lucky got some bad information from Chucho. Thank God he's not anywhere around us. There was this guy in our unit, Chucho, who not only said... Yeah, okay, we literally, like, made fun of him once, and he left the party and threatened to kill himself, and then literally pretended to, in Discord, in the, was this 2GID, FAK1, or, this would have been 2JID, I think, yeah.
Wait, no, but you just skipped an entire part of the story. Which I was gonna tell.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll get there. But Chucho, not a fun person, also spreading rumors about me, and then Lucky kind of spread that to the rest of the group. But luckily once, you know, I told them what happened, and I had Mateo played a key part because he did not like me in that point. So he had talked with Shady, and they had concocted a little something to write a ticket about. And then spread all over the server. But, Mateo literally admitted to, like, lying about it and stuff, and, like, not giving the full context of the situation. I'm not gonna talk about it, because it's not fucking gonna make it on Twitch or Kick or wherever you're streaming.
YouTube.
You're streaming on YouTube?
Yeah, I don't know how to connect my Kick, and I could stream on Twitch, which, let's be honest, I would probably get a little bit more views.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But, I like streaming on YouTube. It's not
yeah, YouTube's fine. But, where was I? Oh, yeah. I'm pretty much vacant. I literally only talk to Greg in this time. And... I mean, Greg knew what really happened, too, so he wasn't really swayed by it. But in this time, Pinnacle had taken some initiative, and he had started his own unit and gathered a lot of the remnants of...
Wrong.
A lot of the remnants of the HOS. Wrong? Where?
No, yeah. It wasn't me. It was freaking me and Heartless.
Oh yeah, Pinnacle and Heartless, what's it called? Like, they had decided to like start up the unit together.
Co-led, yeah.
And I forget. I don't know. I told one of you that you just need to go for it and assume full control. I think I told you that. I told you that. Was it? Yeah, it was.
No, yeah, because you said something about there can only be a second in command and a first in command, some crap like that.
Yeah. And I this was me kind of nudging, because I knew Heartless wasn't really going to do anything. And this
The
is me
innings.
kind of nudging you, like, go for this. I think, why not?
Heartless, would you like to say something in this time? Because you're still here.
Yeah, he hasn't spoken at all.
Yeah.
Nah, I've just been listening, dude.
You're just listening to the full recount.
Dude, I can't say really anything because I'm stoned out of my mind right now.
Same.
Feeling great, bro.
And also, not Spiders. Heartless, say hi. This is practically my brother, who I'm patching things up with.
Yeah, it's his sister and his mom. Same difference.
Yeah, thankfully, I've only met my dad. Thankfully enough.
Yeah, well...
We're not talking about it!
Alright.
Oh, I got a ring in my ear.
But anyways, they make this unit, and I think it started to go off in the beginning. All the HOS members had kind of come back, and they were, I mean, I think for your first op, you guys pulled pretty decent numbers, right?
Kinda, I can't freaking remember.
I think I remember hearing something about there being like almost 6 people there, but I don't think it wasn't led well. You guys didn't have like pretty much any leadership experience beyond like leading in IHOs a couple of times.
Yeah.
All
we had was my
I would say like
absolute...
doomed from the start. Like I feel like you maybe could have pulled something out of it, but I think Heartless kind of gave up, and I think you kind of gave up there for a while too, Pinnacle, which anyone would. I mean, like you guys stopped being as active.
I ran out of... No, I didn't give up. I ran out of
Oh wait, you ran out of PS Plus.
Yeah.
That was why.
Yeah. Talked about it when I came back,
Well, I mean,
right?
you guys would have given up. I mean...
Frick, no, I would never... I mean, okay, so I'm gonna take... So, Spider, take us back speed right now. I'm about to finish the story for the 38. So, 38.
Dude, okay, if you like literally... If I led a unit, like... I'm trying to think. Like, right at a GAF is where I would be, like, on the leadership scale as you. If I led a unit right at a GAF, which I think I, like, actually was going to with Tex. Oh my god. One, it would have floundered because it was with Tex. Oh my god, the, like, worst decision of my life.
He's part of the future story, too.
But... Oh my god. Yeah, I don't think anyone would, literally anyone would be able to do that. I don't think you'd be able to. Especially with, like, how many people were still there.
And also, yeah, I'm gonna speak right up again. I actually almost joined up with Tex. Me and him actually had a good bit in common.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'll get to that. Because I think that was when I was like... When was that?
I don't know, but he wanted to start another...
it was when 80 first started. It was when... Was it when 80... No. It wasn't. When was that?
It was before you came back into the picture. Like, at this time, I was kind of angry at you.
No! I remember what it was. It was... Yeah, no. What?
You were not in the picture.
Never mind, you. I can't do this. Continue, Pinnacle.
Okay, where was I though?
You said you were still a little bit mad at me.
Oh no, that's what no, yeah. During that that little time period, during the entire 38th, I did not think about you once.
No, I remember one day you and Heartless were gonna become what's his name's second ICs.
Nope, just me. When I talked to Tex, Heartless was gone. I had maybe 2 or 3 people still with me. Emo was gone. He came back, but then he left again. Yeah.
No, Heartless, do you remember this? I swear, it was in a party. I think Greg might have been there. I'm not sure. Probably not.
Exactly.
It was, but I know it was at least me, Darth, Pinnacle, and Heartless. No, I remember what it was now. It was when we were it wasn't Pinnacle, it was Sparkery, and it was when we were getting you guys back when 80 first started. When No.
FAF.
FAK.
Yeah, FAF. Yeah, it was FAF.
FAF.
Well, I thought it was FAK.
And then it was because
Yeah, I thought it was FAK.
Tex was gonna make you his second IC, and yeah, Tex was gonna make you his second IC, and I was like, you can't do this, dude.
No, in the end, I did not. I had a gut feeling telling me not to do it, and I trusted that gut feeling.
You weren't in the picture at this time.
Oh.
This was right before you got there. This was like the beginning of FAF, but it was when I got back and I was talking with Darth. I'm gonna start it up though, by the way.
Frick, alright.
And yeah, it was when we got you guys for that. But anyways, Pinnacle goes inactive for a while. Heartless doesn't step up at all. Big surprise there, Heartless, you fucking loser.
No, that's when I lost my PS Plus, and I got really sad because I tried to get something done. But... oh, but also remember,
not here.
Spiders. But also remember, I also asked for the old HOS chat from you. Remember that too?
Oh, I remember that. No, you didn't ask. You didn't ask it for me. Like I literally come back one day and I look in the HOS chat, which normally says Havartske or Schneinge, or however you say it. I don't know. And it says 38th Irish Brigade, and then it has Pinnacle's picture in there. And then I like start it up, and I'm like talking to a bunch of people in there, and I think Pinnacle joins back, and I leave, and like Pinnacle's in there with a bunch of people, and I just delete the entire chat. I mean, yeah, it was kind of mean.
Yes,
but...
now I do remember. Someone told me.
I was talking about the Discord.
Oh yeah, I remember I gave you the Discord after a while. Not after a while, but
I asked you for it. That's why I said I asked you for it.
Yeah.
The fuck, where did that come from? Oh. He gone. What the?
But I like delete the whole chat. It was really funny. And then Pinnacle goes inactive for a while, and then I think when he came back around like March, April-ish, Emo Ranger was one of the only ones that really came back with him. And then I started talking to Emo again, actually. It all started when me, Emo, and Bass Wrangler started hanging out together and playing Minecraft on this one SMP world.
He left.
And then Bass Wrangler blocked everyone and left. I spoke to him in one of your old guys, that Z40 dudes. I spoke to him in one of his party chats.
Oh god,
apparently he didn't block that one dude from your unit, and I joined up, and there he was, man. I don't know. He just said he got bored.
Well, to
which
be
seems
fair,
like a really Pinnacle thing to say, but
I was never once bored when I was leading or doing something for the 38. Never once.
Yeah.
I loved it. Actually, I was gonna get like a temporary tattoo that would have lasted weeks. But this was when I joined y'all.
Oh my god, should I get BEF tattooed on me?
You get BEF, I'm gonna get frickin' 38th. I'm gonna get the clover for it.
Dude, I could get like a stick and poke.
Like Hawaiian type thing or something?
No, like with like a needle and pen ink.
I know what a stick and poke is. Ow,
yeah.
fuck.
Don't ask me. I wanted to get tattoos, but my mom never let me.
Oh, spiders! I got an actual tattoo now.
I don't know. I'm gonna see if my mom will let me get like maybe. I don't know. Cause like I feel like I'm gonna obviously get a meaningful tattoo, and I don't want to be stuck with like some stupid tattoo I got when I was 16. But like, I don't know. I feel like if I put enough like thought and effort into it, I could get like maybe like a small tattoo. I'll see if my mom like will let me for my 16th
Honestly,
birthday.
I feel like I wouldn't really do BEF. I would probably do it when I came back. No.
I mean, like a stick and poke is temporary. It's like one of those. It's not. It lasts about as long as like one of those tattoos that peels on. I mean, it depends how deep you go.
Huh.
Which I also got I got both. A real, like an actual one and one that was subbed by sticker poke. And honestly, the actual one doesn't hurt as bad as a stick and poke. I
Woo.
think the stick and poke was worse.
Make sure they. Oh, that. Oh, I didn't get a kill. Yes, I did. Oh, dude, it's those
My
same
God,
people.
there was like a whole room of them just holed up with a machine gun and stuff.
No, those are the same.
6 Italians, 1 machine gun.
Actually, I think there
This
was
summer, in the hot deserts of Tunisia, inside a cave, being raided by Allied soldiers.
Two. Here, you want me to do it? I can actually do that voice way better.
6 Italian men.
God.
6 Italian dudes coming. No, I'm sorry.
6 Italian men.
Cowboy to Ram Ranch.
Dude, I feel like I
I'll
could
be
do the
there
best,
for
like
it.
one of. I feel like I could do the best announcer voice out of anybody here.
Okay, do it.
6 Italian men, 1 cave, 1 machine gun.
Holy
I told you.
That's so weird. I didn't expect for. Wait, do that in wait, what? Do it again.
Dude, I swear to God, I can do voiceover crap. I've talked about this before. I could freaking do it if I wanted to. And what's awesome is it doesn't affect the mic. It blends in perfectly with the mic, and it's awesome. All right. 6 men. Wait, no, frick. 6 Italian men. 1 hole in the desert.
Yeah, I'm not freaking out because it's like a good announcer. I'm freaking out because it just doesn't sound like you.
Well, no, of course not.
It sounds like a whole nother person.
I can also do a bit of a high pitch too. It's freaking weird.
What the
Frick.
fuck?
Yeah, I could do a bit of
Pinnacle Gaming trolling on Omega will go crazy.
No, I probably could too. And what's stupid is I could talk in like this Australian British accent. I don't even freaking know. I talk more fluently in this accent. It's so stupid, man.
Well, at least.
No, and you think I'm joking? I'm not, man. I speak more fluent in this weird like Southern British accent than American. It's
Southern
stupid.
British accent.
I have no clue what it is. I can just speak it really well.
Where's the fucking build? Oh. Is this the building?
Oh
But
my God,
honestly,
we've gotten so far off track. This is like literally the worst storytelling ever. But
I am
anyways,
fucking.
around.
That's a lot of Italian, man.
Oh God, when was this? It's around like mid-March when I'm starting to get the gang back together. I end up coming up with I want to lead a Danish unit and stuff. And at this time, Pinnacle still has the 38th. So, BEF in its current form today, still,
Hold sway.
has existed alongside Pinnacle's 38th.
Wait, what?
Yeah, which is pretty crazy to me. I would say the 38th. I really like tracing back like titles and stuff. And there's only a few
38's
units
not around
today that
today.
I think you're able to trace back fully to the beginning of Milsim, or at least till very early on in Milsim, and that's IGF, which actually they renamed to second Maizuru Battalion, or for the SNLI.
And actually, during the 38th, I became great friends with everyone, even JoJo, weirdly enough.
Yeah, JoJo actually has nothing bad to say about Pinnacle. But
really
he does
weird.
for every single... Literally, oh my God. There is an itemized list about everything he does not like in all of my members. And he didn't put me, but I think it's pretty obvious he doesn't like me.
I'm so surprised that he...
Oh,
that's a lot of camping Italians. I'm dead.
around this time, I was talking with Darth Snipes a lot about maybe an appeal. Darth was a part of internal affairs at this point in the former PMC community, and so I get my battalion all good and ready. I start talking with Pinnacle. Pinnacle has no interest in joining my unit.
No, because I remember the exact.
He liked it a lot
first
better on his own.
No, I remember the exact conversation we had I remember the first
Yeah.
party that I got back into you with, and I kind of made a lot of good points.
What?
That I was basically a punching bag. The best thing I'm used for is recruiting, and you probably use
Dude,
me for that.
I'm gonna be honest. It was never that serious. Like we bullied everyone in there.
Yeah, I know, and I now realize that. Yeah, I'm not.
I don't know.
And
I
also,
think it was a
folks,
little
if you
too
ever
harsh
join us,
on
you're
people
gonna have to
back
get
in
used to the
HOS,
toxicity of this
and I
stuff.
acted too much like Greg and Mateo do now.
Oh no, you freaking heavily
Thankfully,
acted like them.
like under stress makes a diamond, because like, man, I have changed so much since then.
Yep, and I would have still had the 38th if you freaking didn't keep bugging me, and I would have actually gotten up and running.
Pinnacle, I'm gonna be really dead ass with you. You had like zero structure to make a unit. Like, I mean, obviously people have made units without like, you know, a helpful structure around, but there was no way, dude. I'm sorry. You would not have been able to recruit enough members and like literally just be able to recruit enough members to have enough active people during an op. And anything above 3 members would be very, very hard for you alone to manage. And there would have been no one else you could have put in charge. If your unit was to grow to a larger size, it would have taken like literally years.
Dude, you know I've gotten 3 members, right? I grew my unit.
I remember them. I remember when you brought them into my party and they were just total hooligans.
That's because they weren't disciplined yet.
The one I had to ban instantaneously because he was blasting music through the mic, and the other had like advanced form of like fetal meth syndrome.
Yeah,
and was like, oh my god, that dude was so whack. But yeah, dude, like I'm being so dead ass with you. You can only have so many new recruits in your unit at a time.
Well, I was training one of them to become an NCO. I remember that much. I think I was training the...
Which one, Pinnacle?
I think it was the
Which one?
I was training one of them to become NCO because I knew I couldn't handle it by myself. I've learned one thing. I learned from you.
Okay, Pinnacle. You couldn't have trained them to be an NCO either. That's the thing, dude. You had very little leadership and very little management experience, which I mean wasn't your fault.
You never finished NCO training with me, right?
Yeah, I know I didn't. You learned. You led a unit, dude. That gave you a lot of leadership experience. Not enough to lead a unit, but certainly enough to be my second in command.
I'm still surprised at being second in command.
I mean, I'm sure you did amazing during ops and stuff, like leading people. I mean, if you were able to, I mean, even though the people said it was a little disorganized and scattered, I mean, you were still able to lead 6 people in an op.
We were actually quite organized.
Well, from what I heard from all the people that, like, the very first op y'all went to, it was just all over the place. Which, I mean, not a bad thing.
The very first op I tried to attend, it was only me, and I thought a lot more people would show up. The second op was me, it was me and 2 other people. And also, I somehow managed to recruit a 25-year-old girl. I don't know how or why, but I did. It was weird. I haven't talked to her.
I don't like it. I don't know. I feel like the cutoff point should be like fucking like 25.
No, yeah.
Dude, that Justin thing, dude, was pretty weird.
Got him. It's really easy to
but anyways, you know, from what I heard, like, as a unit leader, like, on the community stage, you were a bit of a joke. And, like, just because, like, in the same way that the dude leading the 1st Ranger Battalion is, like, that's, I mean, like, people just looked at you as inexperienced. And, I mean, because you'd only been in Milsom for, like, 3 months at this point.
Well, I may have been experienced, but I didn't know how to freaking treat people. I mean, I think at once I was gonna start advertising myself as the most friendliest unit. 'Cause let's be honest, I freaking was.
That would have been a really good idea.
I mean, I said that to every one of my recruits too. I was the friendliest thing there was. And this was still in PMC.
I think you also hold yourself to like way too high of a standard, Pinnacle. When I say that like you weren't a good unit leader, that doesn't discount the fact that you perform like thousands of times better than everyone else. Not like
I
just.
live in a military family. I have the most freaking awesome. Like, of course, I'm not holding myself up to high standards. And plus, I was in RTC at the time, so yeah. Like y'all met me during high school, my high school, my freshman year. Hello, Mr. Backseat Camper. Okay.
But
Oh,
I don't know.
idiot.
All I'm saying is nobody could have done it. It's not like a fault of your own.
Oh, that's a lot of freaking what the.
And I know you may have thought it would have worked out, but it wouldn't have for anybody. But
It would have eventually. Dang, second place. Nice. I don't know how I'm getting second. We'll go AT gunner. No, we're gonna go engineer.
But anyways, the 38th Irish Brigade and the and what was it called? The now BEF existed at the same time, and I had practically begged Pinnacle to join back because I mean, he actually had leadership experience now. I mean,
I think I'm actually gonna use
well,
that
he was absent for a good part of it, and I don't think he knew what he was doing for the other, like, beginning quarter.
Well, I kinda knew. I knew to kill the enemies and, you know. Like, you have to remember, I'm used to being a grunt. I've been through 2 units as a grunt.
I don't mean like combat experience wise. I literally just mean like management of like getting stuff set up.
No, management, I'm horrible.
Whatnot.
I have ADHD. I can't really manage crap.
Yeah, dude.
That's
literally what I say when I say like you can be an NCO but not like a unit leader. There's like an unbelievable amount of stuff that I have to manage, like all the time. It's like a full-time job. It's horrible, and I don't get paid. It's not fun.
I'm gonna be paid soon if I get my crap out. Hopefully my mom's not asleep yet.
I end up getting a majority of the old HOS crew back. And at this time, when I had appealed originally, I think it was the very beginning of April. I knew because I started 2JID on March 28th, and then March 28th, and then I had announced it on April 1st. Haha, hilarious.
Yeah, I also barely talked to anyone when I got back.
When I had done my, I had tried to get an appeal for like a week, for my blacklist in PMC, and like literally no one's responding. And I remember I was literally I was in the PMC Discord server, and then I learned that Switzy was in PMC, which was such a fun thing to come back to. But I was brought into a Goldman was doing these like shower like things where he would just like shower. It was the Goldman shower streams, and he would like shower on streams, or like he would like eat ranch sometimes. I don't know. Goldman's awesome. But I was brought into there one, and then I was basically like tried in front of like 20 people. I got called a tranny, which was awesome. But then like Awesome Capybaras talked to me. I'm like, I'm pleading my case, you know. I don't know why Awesome doesn't like me. But I don't know. He apparently after I had left, Greg was still in the call, and he said like something tranny, you know, whatever. I think we're chill now. I'm not sure.
Who?
Come on, Mama.
Me and Awesome. I think because me, Goldman and Awesome are really good friends, and Awesome.
I haven't talked to Awesome ever since. Come on.
I don't know. The only problem is I'm good friends with Goldman, but Capybara is also good friends with Switzy, and I don't know. Switzy's like my immortal snail. Like, I don't know. As long as I do mills him, he's always gonna kind of like fucking be there. But Awesome basically denies my request. So I'm pretty bummed out. I didn't want to just like bring it back and then like fully go back down. So I was thinking I was kind of weighing my options, and as I was taking some time and talking with Darth and seeing if I can get another appeal, the entire PMC collapses. Like the whole community literally dies at that exact moment when I joined back. So basically, Capybara had tried to install himself as a fascist dictator, and then everyone called him out on it. He resigned from not only the leadership head of PMC, but also from his own unit, and joined FDF. And then Mike the Mushroom started the community, which Mike is super awesome, because when I was weighing my options, I was originally thinking of making a new account and joining 13th Jaeger, and I had talked with Mike about this, and he was okay with it. Yeah. There's actually in the UMC propaganda channel right now, if you scroll all the way up to the top, there's 38th Irish Brigade stuff posted by Pinnacle back when he was in 38th Irish Brigade, and I think that is very cool. But and this new community gets started, and Mike, since he's chill with me, and it's a new community, so no blacklist, I was allowed back in, and it was pretty awesome. 13th Jaeger was active at this point, and GD was there. I think IJF was actually active for a bit. 6 Gurkha, which I had not met before, they were there. And now they're one of the only active units left. I'm trying to think of who else. I think that was it, mostly. You didn't do any ops, did you? In UMC as the 38th? Yeah. Do you want to do one more match before we... Alright. You're still recording, right? My god, imagine. It's just not recording. But, what's this? Oh, I need to recount, where was I? But, 2JID starts up, pretty awesome. I get Greg back in. I get all the recruits. Greg ends up bringing in his friend Hollow. I talk with Mateo. Mateo was originally going to spy for me, or was going to spy on me, but then FDF pretty much just collapsed, because he was a part of FDF at this time, because he had stayed with Shady. so that he was technically still part of PMC. And Mateo was allowed to join, and so that was pretty awesome. I had Mateo. I made Hollow Point my second in command because he had said he had experience before. I don't think he had any experience at all. I'm gonna be pretty honest. He kind of sucked. But yeah, I'm pretty much begging Pinnacle to come back. Yeah. And I'm trying to think of what else happened. Yeah, stuff was going good, honestly. I think Corbin attended ops back then. You've met Corbin. Yeah, you have, because you remember that one night we were in a party and there was like 8 people in casual chat while we were playing the Minecraft world that one time? You might have not been. I think you were the one person in the Minecraft world that wasn't there at that time. But stuff's going good. And then eventually, when Pinnacle joins back, I told him, no. Did I make you my second in command or third in command? Were you above or below Hollow? Yeah, that's right. Because I remember when I told you I'd bring you back, I said I would make you my second in command. And then you stayed my second in command, and you have. So I think I made a pretty radical choice with my second in command. You have the most experience, yes. Actually, technically, Golden has the most experience, but Golden's just a fucking troll. Yep. And that's why you're a part of my personal guard, which isn't me becoming Brazilian Hitler, definitely. Sorry, Brazilian Adolf Hitler. Yeah, he is. He's in my basement. They covered up the bunker. But and then eventually, I think it was like about a month in. Yeah, because it was April 28th. I remember because it was a month after 2JID had started. That we had Hollow Point had basically I had kicked Mateo out because me and Mateo were still fighting at this point. We were fighting. I forget what it was. We were just mad at each other. When we get mad at each other, we get really mad. But I kicked him out, and then he got Hollow to start a unit, which led Greg to also join him. And I thought this was kind of like a curse of like about around a month or so, it would be around a month or so in any unit that Greg, Mateo, and me were in, where it would just like totally collapse. Happened with 81st, happened with FAF, happened with HOS, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna let this get me this time. And then we ended up rebranding to FAK1, which was a Swiss unit. Yeah, we got to use the K31, which had never been used in Milsim before. Pretty radical, I would say. But we did not get that many people. But in the end, like right towards the end of FAK1, about a month later, we had started like recovering from losing like 3 active members. And we would consistently bring like 4 people to not. Like Emo was starting to get active again. I know Lucky was active for a bit. Um, yeah. But yeah, a bunch of old people were starting to get active. Pretty dope, honestly.
Was actually pretty
And at this
sad.
time, Mateo, I had added Mateo and Greg back to the chat, and they just joined one day, and they're like, "Yeah, Hollow sucks as a leader. We're joining you now." And this was, I believe, around the time of almost May 28th.
Wow, I think.
So it's always fun. There's always a big event for the 28th of each month for our unit. But
Yep, and I get to get the.
at this point we'd become relatively big, and honestly I was very confident in what's it called, oh yeah, rebranding to Brazilian Armed Forces, or Brazilian Expeditionary Force, which is what we are now. So very cool.
51 minutes and 10 seconds.
And I mean that's pretty much the story up until now. I mean, I made Pinnacle the leader of my personal guard unit.
And use code Pinnacle for W Energy. Yep, and now we're
You
freaking
ended
here.
it?
I'm sitting in a hoodie. I don't know what they're doing. And we're playing Enlisted during 11:45 p.m. Well, I'm slowly eating a brownie. It was good too. And also during my time with FAK second JID and BEF, I became somewhat radicalized. Because the one thing, because I'm in high school now, I'm noticing a lot of dumb crap happening in America. That's fun.
The enemy is setting explosives.
Legit. Well, frick, now what? Now, okay, think, content.
The enemy's getting ready to
Booga!
activate. Disarm the bomb.
So, alright. Folks, today we're going on a stabbing spree. I got 2 kills. Hot. Oh, really hot. What else can we talk about? If only we had Mateo here. He's gonna talk up a storm. Oh, you got the flamethrower now?
Yeah. Oh, I almost got to it.
Dude, I want that so bad. Dude, what? Do you want to know one of my biggest inspirations for becoming a YouTuber, actually?
What?
So little me, still a little itty bitty kid, around 4 years ago, right? Oh, frick, that dude's going. I was in love with a certain YouTuber called Vanos Gaming. I don't know if y'all know him, but I was a big fan of him back then. And I thought,
If
well,
y'all
hey,
know.
maybe.
Audience of 0 people.
Thanks, Spiders, for reminding me, but I'm used to it. But basically, I thought, hey, if I create a channel, maybe I could talk to them or talk to one of the crew members to let me on. Tried multiple
Unfortunately,
methods.
he died in a freak car accident right now.
I don't know, say who, Vanos? I would give less than 2.
Imagine if I call it. Imagine if Vanos Gaming literally dies in a
Honestly, I'd give
car
less.
accident at 11:49 p.m. on Thursday, July 27th.
You know, I basically renounced him.
You renounced him?
Basically, he was one of my all-time favorite YouTubers. I remember the first video I watched of him. It was Halloween episode on a Gmon map. There was Nogla, Mini Lad, and this is before they had their own little weird avatars. I don't think Nogla was there though. Nogla was not there. Yeah. H2OW was the monster who was chasing them around the house and all that good stuff.
I'm defusing the bomb.
Yeah, I liked it. It was my first episode. It wasn't really family friendly, but I was also watching Adult Swim at the time, so who really cares? Also, I think we're going to talk about Adult Swim a bit. I like that. But I tried to talk to each one of their crews. I even tried talking to their agents at like 12 years old. That didn't go too well because I was 12 years old.
So you tried to talk to their agents?
Yeah, to see if I could maybe talk to them. I was young and dumb and still actually loved
Wait,
them a
how
lot.
old were you?
This was like 4 years ago, so what?
4 years ago was fucking crazy.
Was 4 minus 16? To do the math, I don't really know. Darn, I thought you would have said it out loud.
What?
I thought you would have said what age I was out loud, so then I could remember. Not too good at math, you see. That's 4. Oh, frick me. Oh, hold up, now I gotta do math. 1. I was 12 at the time, apparently. According to my finger math. Yeah, I was 12 and I was really stupid. But then I tried, and also I was really a sensitive kid. I was really sensitive. Wow, I was really sensitive.
Withholding out is subjective, man.
Dude, this is what we do. What you do. But I tried talking to, I think at the time it was Terrorizer, and he was on a Minecraft stream actually. Yeah. And I kept spamming in chat, hey yo, could I join your crew? But then some random dude said, nah.
I wonder how many of those chats you got.
Of what?
About to execute this Italian dude.
Frickin' do it. Turn whatever gun you
And
have
he's setting
into
the
a frickin'
charge.
full auto.
Boy, I don't think so.
I'm about to die. That guy lied. Gone, reduced to atoms. Wait, can I say that? Ow. That hurt. And this guy, oh frick. You shall die. I missed. Frick, he missed. Eatus deletus. Die in his ditch. Ooh, damn. Pretty close. Ah. Yeah, but then 4 years later, about 200 videos as well. My streaming schedule is a bit stupid. As in, I stream whenever I feel like it, especially whenever I have to break. Especially during school, because that's me, of course.
Allies are deactivating the charge. Disarm the target. Our target is being mined.
Delete. Oh, hello, Mark. Yeah, freaking mate.
The enemy is setting explosives.
I'm going to shut up now. And also, I found a new content creator I liked, or little music.
There's so many Italians on the floor of this.
But
this place.
I'm gonna say his name after we're done with this, cause I actually
Alright.
don't like his music. Oh, frick. And also, my mom made something new that I kind of regret trying, actually. I liked it. Left a bad taste for a while. So you know how you can have, like, shrimp quesadillas, right?
Yeah.
Well, we had a bit of, leftover crawfish.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna guess that you can imagine where that went, right? But yeah, but it tasted amazing because it had that nice little. Ooh, that was way freaking awesome. Hello, Mr. Italian. Where's the rest of your crew? They're.
The enemy is setting the charge.
How are they still setting the charge, my god? Well, bite. Crap, we need to talk more.
Bomb fire.
Spiders, dumb thing, go.
Huh?
Not what I wanted, okay.
What did you say?
I don't know, I need content. I just basically.
Oh, content?
Yeah, just something to talk about, I guess.
Alright,
Allies are disarming the bomb.
okay. How many third graders do you think you could fight?
Like, we talking athletic third graders, or
Would you like to, would you like me to read you the we'll like list off all the stuff for it?
Like, are we talking about like some athletic third graders?
Like the rules and stuff. Okay, so you're in a school gymnasium. Okay, that's where it's locked off to. All the bleachers and basketball ramps are up. There are padded walls on the side, and one side is a rock wall. All right. There are 4 exits, all of which are chained up. The third graders will be of random gender. They will all be about 4. What's the average height of a? They'll be whatever the average height of a third grader is.
Pretty short, pretty short.
And average weight too.
So like, what do you think you want?
Dude, I don't know how much a third grader weighs.
I mean, well, you also have to. Oh, I'm dead. Let's see. So, what grade would you be in if you're in 3rd grade?
Huh?
What grade would you be in if you started 3rd grade?
Or do you mean what age you would be?
Yeah, what age would you be if you?
You would be, I believe, like 8 or 9.
8 or 9?
Yeah.
Probably about like 70 to 100.
Yeah. Figures.
I can save it. I can save it. I can save it. I can save it. I can save it.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Come on, you got this.
I can save it. I can save it. I can save it.
Nice, 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 nice. I'll cover you. I'll cover you. Come on, you got this, Pinnacle. You can back up into one of the corners if you'd like. You don't have to stay directly on there.
I know. I just got to crouch. They're mostly in one way.
Nice job.
And bomb is completely disarmed. What? I'm sorry, I have freaking 30 questions. Nah, I ain't retreating. I'm dead. Oh god, are they starting to... Okay, they're not coming to finish this off. Oh god, it's up there.
You still streaming?
Yeah. I'm streaming for 1 hour, 5 minutes, 18 seconds.
Alright, what should we talk about?
What to talk about? Oh.
She's got like 5 kills.
Yeah, I
No,
saw.
6.
No, I think I might do a Mr. Beast type thing. Should I say W 100 times?
If you want to.
Are you gonna count or do you want me to?
You know what you should do? You should like start something with them and be like, for every time I say W, you need to give me 1 cent.
What?
Like, every time you say W, they give you 1 cent, and then you should just like do a stream where you say it non-stop.
Allies are deactivating the charge.
You realize I'm not that big yet, right? Done. I'm done. Is there like German and Italian troops mixed? I think there is. Dude, you wanna know if something that someone invented that thing fight?
1 sec, I'm gonna turn you up. What'd you say?
You know the thing that someone invented that God should thank them for?
What?
Where it's just an all edge round pan. Like each section has edges. Like I'm sorry, I think Bad 19 said something about it. But is there a plane? Is there even a plane in here still?
I'm not sure. Oh, also, the Spitfire, by the way, is like actually insane.
Is it?
Yeah, you'll love to get it.
How much it can?
Enemy set the explosives. Disarm the target.
Yeah, but I just realized I'm gonna have to double grind. Now, so do you want to help me tomorrow with getting my sniper class leveled up so I can get my frag back and my Swedish gun? Not Swedish.
Pinnacle, I really think, I think you should figure out how to set up your Twitch.
I have
Just cause like set up your Twitch to where you can, stream on your Pinnacle account.
The enemy blew our target up.
You mean a multi-stream?
No, yeah, I mean, you could multi-stream, but like, I'm saying it would be better, if you streamed on your Pinnacle account and didn't use your, Rammer Jammin account for,
I would have to probably bug Sony a lot.
yeah.
I mean, I freaking will. I will do that. You know, probably not. I'm gonna freaking do it, yeah. Because I am 16, I should be allowed to. I should be allowed to freaking
Yeah. Dude, I can't believe this. There's a 17-year-old playing video games. This is the worst thing ever.
What were we talking about?
PlayStation needs to ban this.
I forgot what we were talking about.
Oh my god, I'm dying so much. I can't wait to get the new tank. It looks so cool.
You mean the weird fortress looking thingy with 2 cannons?
The Grant, the one that literally has like it's like a built-in Maginot line.
Come on.
You have one turret to take out infantry and one turret that fires like a rail gun and takes out any city in its wake.
I bought a railgun on GTA.
Oh, they have a tank.
It's
And
in
that's what went straight to
the open. No, it's not. Dude, there's just like one ultimate strat for this game, though. Is that a plane or is that a artillery?
We don't have much time left. Doesn't really matter.
We're like stupid good at this.
Yeah.
It's probably because of all the freaking mill set. And I got me on first. Alright, is that all you needed, or you like
Oh yeah, hell yeah, I leveled up.
Are you good, bro? Or do you need me for like a couple more rounds?
Or do you want to play for more rounds? I mean,
I think my
up to you.
I don't know, cause my cousin.
You want to go up to? I mean, up to you, man.
I'll check with my cousin. I barely talk to him anymore because he made me angry, or at least his friends did.
Say what?
Yes.
What they do?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be taking my leave now.
Alright.
Bye, bye, spiders.
See ya.
Not gonna say bye to me.